administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu is guided by a policy framework called T.H.E.M.E.S. The 6 Pillars Development Agenda stands for transportation and traffic management, health and environment, education and technology, making Lagos a 21st century economy, entertainment and tourism, and security and governance.
The framework of our 6 Pillars of Development Agenda, which is called the T.H.E.M.E.S, which I will mention as traffic management and transportation, health and environment, education and technology, making Lagos the 21st century economy, entertainment and tourism, and finally, security and governance.
The first E in the pillars stands for education and technology. Education plays an essential role in the contemporary world that we cannot even imagine a life without it. It is a major factor in human civilization. Not only does it help develop healthy surroundings, but it also generates an advanced community. Similarly, the benefit of advanced technology that has simplified many processes today is a product of knowledge obtained through education, which enables and assists scientists to record several landmark innovations. Education and technology thus have a symbiotic relationship. The importance of education is undeniable for everyone. It is only with sound education that people can gain knowledge and enlarge their horizon. With access to quality education, people can become more useful to the society and live a purposeful life.
Education is very important. It's a key to sustenance development. When your people are educated, you have a better advantage to develop societies. So I don't know the master plan on education of Lagos State, but I think whatsoever Lagos State has been doing, I think they are doing well, relatively well. I think they should just improve more on it. I think Lagos State can afford free education. I think if they can look into that, more kids will be in school. So I think Lagos has a good GRA, where they can decide to put substantial amounts on education. So doing that and looking forward, I think they can really achieve a lot in education.
In line with the passion of Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu for education, his administration has proposed to increase budgetary allocation for education from 12.07% to 18%. Similarly, he has promised to introduce measures to address 3 broad issues. These are students, teachers, and school infrastructure. One of the first steps the administration is taking to build a new generation of students and teachers is the expansion of the Support Our School program. The initiative, which is being done in partnership with private sectors, targets the redevelopment of 100 schools across the 57 local governments and local council development areas, LGA and LCDAs. Under the pillar, the administration plans to upgrade the teachers' training colleges to improve the quality and quantity of teachers. These will also assist in deploying about 2,200 new teachers to primary and secondary schools across the state.
I think they should employ more teachers in our school. You know, not that when you go to a school, you see one teacher teaching English, mathematics, agriculture. You will not know the kind of course the person studied in university.
Also, integral to these is the leveraging on technical platforms to teach, assess, test, and strengthen science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM education in schools. These will be achieved by increasing the number of STEM teachers and providing adequate teaching materials for STEM subjects.
Education should be improved upon. We need the STEM system of education. You know, the science and technology should be made more prominent, and mathematics. So if we have our secondary school from the primary school, to be precise, let our pupils have access to computers. Let them know how to type. We have Mavis Beacon that can teach them how to type without while playing games. Let these children know what is good for themselves. And the essence of entrepreneurship should be imbibed in the nursery primary curriculum in Lagos State, so that people can know that you are going to school to learn and to have knowledge as to better yourself, not that you are just going for going sake. Your mommy just say I should go to school, and my mommy wants me to become a lawyer. And maybe he or she is not passionate about being a lawyer or a doctor. So let them know from the cradle that the essence of going to school is to get knowledge, and let them have the requisite knowledge, not our archaic curriculum that we are still working with that cannot help the present day world. The worlds are far gone. So if you care is not taking, if you don't take it from the least in our society, who are our children, our pupils, I'm not sure we are ready for the future that we are all praying for.
The administration will also embark on scaling up school rehabilitation programs, renovate dilapidated schools, and upgrade technical and vocational institutes with modern equipment and facilities for every child in public schools in Lagos.
One of the things that I have observed is that most of our government schools, government-owned schools, do not have tables, they do not have chairs, and most of these students have to buy their chairs themselves and bring it to school. And to me, I feel that is really poor on the side of the government, because we have a responsibility as a country, as citizens of this country, to ensure that the life of these children are secured, and that when they are coming to school, they are excited to come to school because they know that there are ready facilities for them to aid their learning and understanding. I feel the government should ensure that we have chairs that will enable them to at least be comfortable in the classroom. Then again, equip these teachers. I feel that if we want these people, these students, to be able to compete at the global stage, we must ensure that they speak proper English. They have good communication skills, and that starts from the teachers. It starts with the teachers. Ensure our teachers are sane. They have good etiquette, good communication skills. They need to ensure that those students that they are producing can compete at the global stage, because the world is not going to wait for Nigeria, the world is not going to wait for Lagos State, the world is not going to wait for Africa. If we are saying we are the best, we are the giants of Africa, then we must rise up to that perception. We must rise up to that level of branding that the world has perceived us as over the years or in the previous years.
The present administration should work on education sector, because as we can see, the way things are going in Lagos State, when you get to some schools, you see there are no chairs, no adequate facilities, classrooms are not put in place. So the Lagos State government should start from primary school, secondary school education until tertiary institutions, so that we can get ourselves in the educational sector in Lagos State. They should work more on that sector, because education happens to be the bedrock and foundation of every society.
We are expecting our new governor to try as much as possible to help the students in terms of their improvements in their studies, to build more new millennium classroom in terms of furniture and so on and so forth. Then the teachers, they should employ more teachers.
In the next 4 years, Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu-led administration plans to partner with the private sector to establish one internationally accredited special needs school in each of the 3 senatorial districts in the state. With the passion expressed by Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu towards the education sector, every stakeholder in the education sector should have a reason to hope for a better and more functional education system in the state. In order to sustain the growth of technological ecosystem in the state, Lagos State government is to adopt technology as a foundation of its governance system. In line with this, it plans to leverage on technology to deliver public services online, such that residents can begin and end transactions without physical interface with government officials. There will be the creation of a State Council on Advancement of Technology. The body would be responsible for advising the government on policies and initiatives that can advance the growth of technology in the states. Similarly, the administration is to facilitate the creation of information communication technology (ICT) apps across all LGAs and LCDAs to promote innovation and empowerment for the teeming youth. Turning around the fortunes of the state's public schools, comprising 1,017 primary and 673 junior and senior secondary schools in the state. The policy would have also impacted greatly on over 1 million students and almost 30,000 teachers in the schools. The fourth pillar, M, in Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu's T.H.E.M.E.S development agenda stands for making Lagos a 21st century economy. Lagos accounts for over 60% of industrial and commercial activities of the nation. This makes it imperative for the state's administration to continue to position Lagos for sustained economic development. The new administration, in trying to create a conducive business environment to attract investment in industries, will host a quarterly roundtable business to improve the ease of doing business in the state. It will equally help the public service to better support business in Lagos by simplifying licensing procedures and investment processes.
I think on the tax issue, Lagos is paying tax more now. I think there should be more enforcement on paying the tax. If you have paid, you have paid. If you have not paid, surely the law will cut up with you and you bear the consequences.
In addition to supporting the private sector, there would be massive equipping of the people for the new digital economy with the skills of the future. The administration would create at least 5 incubation and investment centers in key employment sectors through public-private partnership. The administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu plans to create 100,000 jobs through an expanded public works, community policing and volunteering services for youth. The administration is to equally expand Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, LSETF, by providing low-interest loans for 20,000 youth-owned enterprises. This will help to grow their business and ensure job creation.
The LSETF that was formally started by our last dispensation, if they can continue and modify it, making it more better for everyone to can access, for every entrepreneurs like I am, and for even every individuals, even people that are going to school, if there is something like education fund, and for even artisans, I think the issue of insecurity will be reduced in Lagos State.
As a result of its target to make Lagos a 21st century economy, the administration aimed at repositioning Lagos as the ultimate investment destination for foreign businesses. This would be driven by improving the existing Lagos business mechanism. The Office of Overseas Affairs and Investment, Lagos Global, will become a one-stop investment center. The administration will revive and reinvigorate the Agricultural Youth Empowerment Scheme, Agric-Yes, in Araga, Ekpe, and Shongai in Badagry to continue the training of youth in poultry, fish, piggery, and vegetable farming, among other areas, where the state has competitive and comparative advantage. It will also revamp the Lagos State Conserve Energy, Save Money initiative to educate Lagosians about saving energy. It is evident from the development agenda that Governor Babajide Sanwo-olu has a very clear vision and roadmap to actualizing a greater Lagos. Interestingly, from the disposition and steps already taken by the administration so far, it can also be said with considerable degree of assurance that the administration would deliver on its T.H.E.M.E.S development agenda.